sing my little song. Diesel, diesel everywhere. It's put on the road to make you scare. Diesel, diesel everywhere. Spilt by a driver who doesn't care. Da 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 da. Nobody likes my singing. Tell me to shut up. Haven't done a haven't done a log. Yes, I did one this morning. Haven't done a vlog this morning. Why? What's going on? Slow manoeuvres. Haven't done a vlog in a while, and thought I'd get out today and just quickly do one. That's a vlog, not a log. Just to say that I'm still here, I'm still alive, and well, you probably know because I have been commenting on videos and posting up some old stuff. Posted up a video, this is my last one, which was a ride that I did back in, when was it? About April, May time, I don't know. Back then, beginning part of the year. Seems ages ago now. And yeah, I don't know why I didn't get that one up. It was just one of those ones that when I look back on, I thought, oh yeah, it's just one of those typical normal charity ride kind of ones. It's like, oh. And if a video really bores me watching my own stuff, then it's going to definitely bore you. So I don't really want to put one out like that. But again, this video might bore you, so you might already have been switching off. Got some new gloves. My old leather gloves have probably seen their last. They certainly weren't keeping any warmth in, and they certainly weren't keeping any water out. My whoops, diesel, concentrate. Yeah, roads are going to be slippy now. My tyres are going to be slippy now. Always this time of year. It's probably because the roads are cold and it doesn't evaporate or soak in that well. Just makes me a little bit skitterish knowing that your tyres don't warm up as well. Because you can't just get your bike out your garage or wherever you got it parked up and blast down the road straight away on cold tyres, can you, this time of year? You'll certainly be asking for trouble. So I'm hyper cautious. Anyway, what was I saying about my gloves? Yeah, I got new gloves because they were not keeping any of the water out and keeping my hands nice and warm. Even though I got some inner liners for them, which kind of worked, but end up making my hands feel rather a bit tight because, you know, you're cramming them into gloves that your gloves have meant to fit perfectly well on your hands, and then you're trying to put something else in there on top of your hands to keep your hands warm, and then shoving it into the same old glove, and it can be a little bit tight. And when you've got your hand gripped around your heated grips and stuff on your handlebars and fiddling with the levers, your fingers start getting a little bit achy and numb because blood supply gets trapped. So yeah, new gloves. Hopefully they're going to be all right. They're meant to be waterproof. It took ages to dry them out. What are they? Rika Super Fabric they got on them. Oh, I don't know what exactly their full name, but they're a Rika one. But yeah, they got absolutely soaking wet this last week, so I had to go get my bike MOT'd. And I had to go over to Ipswich in the absolute pouring rain. And yeah, they got thoroughly tested straight off out of the box. And my hands kept nice and dry and warm. But as I say, they took ages drying in the house. And even my helmet. And nobody likes a damp, smelly helmet. They take ages to dry this time of year. Unless you find somewhere nice and safe and warm to put them. See if I can clean my tyres up on this. It's going to look like a woolly, but I'm doing it for a purpose. If I've run through diesel and my tyres are cold, this is a good surface along here to just wiggle and warm the tyres up. Right, go nice and slow now. Now you can hear me. Insurance, yeah, I got my insurance renewal come through. So it's been over 2 years now since I've had this bike, and insurance hasn't actually been too bad. I don't know if it's because I'm an oldie. Was I 39 when I started? I'm 41 now. So I don't know if it's age is a factor. It must do. Area definitely has to have a factor, because a lot of people I hear that are riding in London or large cities that are commuting all the time, their insurance is ridiculously high. Some people are like paying, you know, upwards for a decent bike. They're paying like £2,000. How can you afford £2,000 a year for insurance? It's crazy. And then on top, your excess, what people are paying, or they would have to pay if they had an accident, a claim, is like £1,000. I thought mine was steep at $650 when I first got my insurance. And it was $650 last year, the excess, and my insurance came down a little bit. Now it's come down a little bit more. It's just a touch over £200 a year, fully comprehensive insurance. I took RAC off because I've got RAC cover joint with my wife, which covers our car and my bike. So there's no reason to have extra RAC cover and pay for RAC membership when you don't need it, when you've got two lots. And it's like, what's about £65 they add to your insurance? RAC cover, definitely worth it if you haven't got it, because I've used it a couple of times and it's definitely saved my bacon. If I didn't have RAC cover, some kind of breakdown cover, I would have been seriously stuck. I don't know how I'd get the bike home. There's no way I would probably get the bike home. I'd have to shell out a lot more than £65 just to get somebody to try and trailer my bike home from wherever I am. So yeah, it was $650 last year. This year it's dropped down to, what was it, £350 excess now, which is a lot more like it. I think like the excess that I pay on the car is something like about 250, I think. I think that's pretty standard, isn't it, what people put down for excess. You can reduce it, I think, to nothing, that you don't pay no excess, but you're going to pay a little bit more on your premiums. So it's either think, well, I might have an accident, I might have a claim kind of thing, because I'm like that. So I don't mind paying a little bit more on my premiums and spreading that cost out, but I don't know. Is it more worthwhile doing that? It's probably a good thing to investigate, isn't it? Adjust your excess level if you can. If you've got a car and you go for a renewal on your insurance, to actually do a couple of these online quotes and adjust how much you're willing to pay for your excess, and just see in comparison how much you actually save, which is the best way. I would think the insurance companies should reward people who are willing to pay a lot more on the excess to actually bring down your premiums. Because if you're willing to, say, on, you know, your car insurance, just keep on car insurance, willing to shell out, say, £500 for an accident, you know, if, you know, God forbid it actually happened and you had to, then they would think, you know, you're willing to pay out more than the average, and your car isn't that special. Say like it's a Ford Focus or something like that, 1.6 Ford Focus, so it's an ordinary average Joe's car, but you're willing to pay out quite a lot excess just to reduce that premiums. So they'll probably twig in their heads to think you're actually quite confident that you're not going to have an accident, because, you know, you're a confident driver, and that, you know, you haven't had an accident in the past, and, you know, if you've got so many years no claims, they think, well, on our record you haven't had an accident yet, and you're pretty confident, you know, wanting to put up your amount of excess to £500, £600, or even £1,000. So you know, we'll probably reward you, because you're not wanting to blow that, are you? You're not going to go driving out and think, oh, I don't care, I'm only driving a Ford Focus and that, I don't mind if I bash it up. Because they're going to think, well, you're not going to want to lose your no claims, because it's a massive amount of money. You're more interested in trying to save the pennies and keep it down. So yeah, insurance. I know a lot of people moan about it, but I think a lot of other people need to just get out of that. You know, you just need to have a look around, don't you, and have a fiddle with some of the figures. If you can play around with the excess and that, have a look at it. But again, you know, if you bump your excess up to a stupid amount, you are running the risk that if you were to have an accident, you're going to have to pay that out. So could having a high excess actually make you more cautious, make you less likely to take risks on the road, and think, you know, if I do have a bump, I'm going to have to shell out, say, £1,000, so you're less likely to go stupid. And could having a low excess actually make you more wanting to take risks, because you don't care. You think, well, if I have an accident, the insurance is going to pay out, and I ain't going to have to pay out on any excess. You probably will have to pay excess next time, because the insurance company will put a claim down on it, on your record, and say, no, you're not going to be able to reduce it to nothing. Or if you do try to put it down to nothing, then your premiums are going to be ridiculously high. So yeah, let me know what you think. And yeah, just a quick message to say I'm going to try and get some little vlogs done out over this winter. Hopefully it's this winter isn't going to be too bad. It was absolutely gorgeous last year. It was about 15 degrees on Christmas Day last year. Christmas 2015, that is. Because you could be watching this and it could be a year ago. It could be 2017, December 2017 coming into, so, or 18 or 19. Anyway, thanks for watching, like, subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Toodle pip, as I always say. Let's hope I don't toodle slip. This roundabout is a nightmare in the damp and wet. So I'd be all ultra careful. There we go. We're alive! Stay in the dry strip. Stay in the dry strip. But the dry strip usually contains oils and diesel and all sorts of nasties. Rambling as per normal. Bye bye. See you again soon. Lorry, U-turn. Causing complications. And then he'll probably turn here. So yeah, there you go. How did I know that? That's why you're doing a flipping U-turn. Can't see my mirrors, then I can't see you. Could quite easily see you. You're taking up the whole road, mister. Oh, has he found where he needs to go now? Oh.